Hi everyone, this is Wind, and I am sharing with you some more experiences that we've had, me together with the dimensional beings in the dimensions. We discovered some various parts of self, various different selves that existed. For instance, the one that we found was what is referred to as the higher self. Now, this part of each and every single human being in this world was like encased in this compartmentalized cabinet on the back of each and every single human being in this world. It was a white case, little white case cabinet that was placed in and on the back of each and every single human being, and within that was what is referred to as the higher selves. And this higher self part was supposed to be your dimensional self that was supposed to guide you and direct you in this world in support. But what we discovered is that this higher self was just sitting there, doing absolutely nothing. I mean, some didn't even know why they were there. They don't remember anything. They didn't know anything. All they knew was they were stuck in this backpack cabinet placement on the back of each and every single human being, and they were just observing everything. So they were just really there observing, doing absolutely nothing, infinitely lost, like human beings wearing backpacks with their dimensional higher selves on it, just carrying it around. And so so Eagle and I were driving one evening when we discovered these higher selves of all of humanity, because they were serving no purpose whatsoever. These beings were extremely lost. They didn't know who they are, where they come from. They had no recollection of anything. When we discovered them, all they could tell us was that they're on the back of each and every single human being, and they're just observing everything, doing nothing. And so we decided to remove them from the back of each and every single human being, so that they can go through the processes of forgiveness in the dimensions to set themselves free, so that they're able to be their own their own expression in the dimensions, and so that they're able to actually participate of their own expression in this world with human beings. So Eagle and I were driving down the road, and he says to me, right, remove first my higher self and see if I die, because the higher self was completely like intertwined and connected within the human physical body. But not the being, not the being within the human physical body as the mind consciousness system. No, it was basically infused in the entire human physical body. You could see it interdimensionally. It really looked like an intertwined wiring. And so Eagle said, remove my higher self first and let's see if I die. But now this is while we're driving. I said to him, what if you do die? And he says, just take the steering wheel. And I said, okay. And so we removed the higher self from Eagle, and nothing happened. So we unconditionally removed the higher selves for each and every single human being, so that they're able to go through their processes in heaven, establish themselves as who they are, and then return again and then directly start participating and supporting human beings, because previously they did absolutely nothing. They were really just like drones on the back of each human being, just sitting there like this, just observing. That's it. And it's very sad, because, you know, we found so many beings like this, displaced with no purpose whatsoever, actually trapped and lost in this little compartmentalized placement, and with no purpose or reason for even existing. It's like they were just waste, and no one knew what to do with them, so they were just kind of placed for no apparent reason or purpose. So, to give themselves purpose, They went through processes of forgiveness, you know, understanding themselves, understanding process, so that they're able to place themselves effectively and for the first time directly support and assist human beings. And so that's how we found and discovered the higher selves of each human being, and they were part of the process for a while, supporting and directing, but unfortunately we found extensive amount of deceit from the higher selves. They just refused to support and assist mankind. Now this is all the higher selves of humanity, and they deceived from that perspective. And you know, we assisted them extensively, you know, to support them and having been able to support human beings, to get through the importance of supporting and assisting human beings, but it just didn't want to come through. So they're not in existence anymore. They've been replaced with the structural resonances and the children and the fairies and the trees and the animals. So that's what I have up on the higher selves. And we've been through so many processes in the dimensions, so many variations of processes to get to this point here where we are right now with the trees and the animals, the children and the fairy assisting. So that was a phase of understanding what was going on in the dimensional existence and what and who was actually really assisting and supporting mankind, and what we found was nothing. And the dimensional beings had these past 2.5 years to prepare themselves to be able to assist and support human beings on Earth. And this is the first time that any dimensional or interdimensional beings are directly participating and supporting mankind. And so I was with everyone in the dimensions during this 2.5-year process. So it's been quite a ride. And that is what I'm here to share about all the experiences that we've had. So you may walk this with us for a moment and get perspective with regards to what has been happening in the dimensional existence and how we got to where we are at the moment with the trees, the structural resonance, the children, the fairies, etc. Okay, thank you very much. This is Wind.